So my name's T. I'm a spoken word / rapper / bad singer sometimes. Yeah, I'm from London. Like, I grew up in London, but I've spent the last 7 years in Liverpool. Came to uni here and then decided to stay because I really liked it.
I know you raised me with faith, Mum. It's hard to hold on when I don't feel safe, Mum.
I started kind of playing instruments in church, with my cousins, with some friends, just after service, everyone jumped on the instruments, and then from there it just kind of grew, kind of started to write a little bit, in those days it was the F64. So when Retro would do it or Gets would do it, and it's you just try to go bar for bar. I remember being on the bus, on the way home, and I had I'm sure it was a blue English book, and just in the back of it, just writing bars. And then that just kind of transformed into poetry. So I did poetry for a few years. With my cousin, we did it back to back. I'd say something, he'd say something, and we'd just tell stories together.
Yeah. What's wrong with the world, Mom?
After almost revisions and revisions and revisions of trying to put spoken word to music, I've kind of ended up in this T project situation where it's two guitarists, one of them plays synth, I have a drummer as well, and a lot of backing track, and then we just try and tell stories.
A black cell with some black bars. Is that black enough to use the black card? Black wings. I got on my black.
Making people think and hitting someone with a message. And so I'm growing up watching things like Def Jam poetry and stuff like that. It's these people are saying such sick stuff, and it all comes from poetry, because I feel sometimes in rap you just there's so much to be distracted by, and so it's unless you're really, really listening, do you actually get the lyrics? And so it's that's where the poetry things are, because it was I care more about telling the story than vibing as much. I want to get to the end and people are whoa, I wasn't expecting it to go there, or whatever. So I think that's where the kind of spoken word came from, and then it just kind of morphed into whatever I kind of deem necessary for the song, whether it be rap, whether it be spoken word, whether it be a cappella poetry, that's what I'll put in.
Sky's bits easier to crawl. Set driven. Wings of eagles with less vision, they're kept hidden.
I think I've got one more piece of artwork to go, and then I'm gonna start the campaign. So I try to give times, and every time I give dates and times it doesn't work. So I'm not gonna give a date or a time, but really, really soon, hopefully in the next kind of month, the campaign starts, because we're really nearly finished. So that kind of EP is gonna come out, and that's got there's gonna be a whole load with it.
Another bird in a cage, saw no chains, so he thought he was free. Shoulda knew he could fly from the way that his shoulders would feel.
A couple music videos and just some really, I think, cool content to kind of go with it. So expect that soon. I think that when I first got here 7 years ago, in terms of the Liverpool music scene, in terms of the music that I do, or that the kind of my peers, this kind of R&B, pop, hip hop, it wasn't as prevalent, and it was there a little bit, and you saw it in drips and drabs. But I feel the kind of 7 years that I've been here, and partly to do with me, partly to do with other people, but people kind of taking it on their back and running with it, and now the tribe is, you can't miss it.
Some black bars. Is that black enough to use the black card? Black chains, black slaves.
There's so many collaborations, and it's just exciting to see that it's getting real, and it's exciting to see that it can only get better.
But he never heard of black wings.